All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I hope you're having a good weekend. We're working on the Pac-Man set, and hopefully we'll get through the remaining 3 bags today. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to get through these remaining 3 bags. So, a fall day. I was able to part with some of my sets right before. And I got the parrot to add to the mini birds collection over here. And I really do want to go forward with an idea to design a peregrine falcon for Lego Ideas. But I also got the justifier. I was able to justify this purchase. The whole reason I got this set is to get Cad Bane, right? I mean, I don't have an Omega, I don't think. And then I've got a Fennec Shan already, and then I think that's Echo. Who is that? Hunter. Okay. So I've already got a Hunter, or maybe even 2 Hunters. But those are pretty good figures. I'm glad I got the AZ droid. Is that AZ? No, that's Toto. That's Bane's droid. So I don't have that yet, which is good. But the set itself is large, and it's an overpriced set, and a lot of people weren't happy with how overpriced it was because it's 1,000 pieces, and it was like $170. So my justification for getting the justifier is that the sets that I got, the architecture sets that I got for basically free. And then I was able to sell 2 of them for $150. So I spent $20 on that because I also got a discount. Yesterday was a fall day. And if you are a member of a lug, you get the benefits of an a fall day, which are 15% off select items at a Lego store. 1 day only. Hello, Missy. How are you? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. So let's finish this up. We only have 3 bags left, and then if there's time left, I may put a little set together. I may pop over into a studio, do some work on something, but I hope everyone's having a good day. So last night was a very emotional Austin FC game. I'm going to go ahead and pull up something so you can see. So we've been working on the TIFO. And if you don't know what a TIFO is, it is a... TIFO means like fervor or fandom kind of thing. And a TIFO, a noun version, is a banner that's raised at a soccer game, basically. So this was the banner that was raised. Let me see if I can find it. Last night at the TIFO match. They don't have it up on Los Verdes yet. Austin FC. I think they have it. So we helped, we did a couple stints helping paint this. And... I know I saw it somewhere. Maybe it's in Los Verdes. Those are pinned posts. Okay. I know I saw it. I commented on it. Maybe these are pinned posts too. This was man of the match. Alright, so it's not in here. So let me pull up in Slack. Real quick. Somebody else popped into chat. I wanted to say hello. Toaster! Hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. So this was tied into Pride Month. And let's do design so you can see it. So this is March. I want to say Washington, but it may not be. Marsha P. Johnson. This is Marsha P. Johnson. She's the one who basically threw a brick at something at Stonewall. She's the one who started Stonewall, basically. This was after police brutality of some kind, I think, in this was in New York in the 70s. So this was great. I got to paint some sections of the gray behind the brick, and I fixed up this light pole so it had nice shines on it. And then we all painted some part of the sign and some of the flowers and stuff like that. A lot of this was done, I mean, it's done by volunteers over the course. They had to really crank on this one. This was over the course of a couple weeks, and it's huge. You can see how big it is, right? So like one person can like kind of sit inside one of these squares to paint around it. And a few of us are on the ropes here pulling it up. And then there's a bunch of people down here that sort of make sure it doesn't snag on anything. They raise it up, they hold it up there for a couple minutes, and then they raise it, and then they lower it. So it turned out really well. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm glad that it got some recognition. And so we're back to this now. So yeah, so that happened. And then it was an emotional game too, because we were playing an in-state rival. We were playing Houston. And so we were all very tired at the end of the game because it was a lot of shouting and a lot of singing. And now it's back. And so my voice is absolutely thrashed. But now it's back to building Lego. So not only am I excited to keep building some more Horizon machines, but I have some ideas on what to do for the scenery too, and I'm excited to get started on that. I went back and played through, or opened it up and played a couple minutes of Burning Shores the other day, and was kind of saddened, and it was heartwarming to see that the developers had put in a tribute in the game to Lance Reddick, who passed away earlier this year. He played Silence in the game, and kind of an unexpected death. And the community is kind of not sure what is going to happen to that character now. So, what's up, Rex? How's it going? Good evening to you. Good / evening, morning. So if you go into the game, there's an island that's got a bit of like ruins and stuff on it, and they've got kind of this plinth that, not plinth, but like a stone pier that kind of goes off from the island a little bit towards a nice view of like the lava flows and everything. And it's got what looks like these little holographic memorials, and his is one of them, just as Lance Reddick on it. It's very nice. So that was very cool to see. I haven't got, the game is still pretty fresh in my mind, so I don't know that I'll go back and replay it just yet. I think I might get the, oh, there was another game somebody suggested. It was like a samurai game, but I can't remember the Ghost of, and I'm not even going to say the name right, like the Ghost of Tinashu or Timashu or something. Everyone said that was a pretty good game, so I'm going to give that a shot next, I think. So how are you, Rex? How are you, Toaster? Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday. Today's I would say today's recovery day, but we're going to go do a Stitchin' Bitch for everybody's supporter group vests this afternoon. So I got to rest up for that. I'm exhausted, Rex. We were up till about, the game started, so the soccer game last night started late. Started at 8:30 instead of 7 or 7:30, which means we didn't get home till about 11:30. And it was, the supporter section was just like on full. on 100% the whole night. Like, we were absolutely just going crazy. Try to raise this up a little bit so y'all can see that a little better. What we're working on. So I'm dehydrated and my legs hurt and my throat's gone. Because it was a match. Our team hasn't been doing really well lately, Austin FC. So to see them, this is the second game in a row they've won first against Frisco, with a team up in Dallas, and then the team in Houston. So both our in-state rivals, and we trounced them. It felt really good over the last few months of not having a good performance by the team. It was really nice to see. Yeah, it's hollow in the back. You know, there's nothing. So you're building like the frame. I think this section probably took the longest because it's all these individual pins, and I explained what these were last time. I have enough to make one more dot, and I'm not really sure if I need to put this in somewhere. I feel like I'm missing something, but you can see if I can take this apart. It's a Technic pin with a bar, and then a Technic connector with another pin, and basically this goes into these boards and makes a dot. So that's where the dots come from. So you have to do 64 of those, so that took a while. All this tile work didn't take all that long, but all the mechanics underneath it to get the chains, and you can see, you can turn it and you can see Pac-Man moving and the ghosts moving, and this guy goes back and forth and the cherry kind of bobbles a little bit. And up here, the high score, I don't know where this is turning yet, but the high score changes as well. Or the score changes as well, so you can have the score change. And I don't know what that's tied to yet, so. The button right here lights up the coin slot. And then at some point, there'll be a joystick in here, but we haven't built that yet. So there's a lot going on. It's a little smaller size-wise than I thought it would initially be, but it's very solid. Like, you know, if you pick this up, you could absolutely move it without much of a problem. So I'm really enjoying it. And of course, then you have this build, so that adds to it. Very satisfying build so far. I will absolutely say that. Size-wise or not, part count or not, it's a satisfying build. If you can get one, if you can get a copy, I would highly recommend it. So yeah, yesterday was AFOL day. Wish Chubby Bots could get another vid out. Chubby Bots. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar to me? I do too. I wish they would get another video out too. I put out a cheeky little TikTok yesterday about BDSM. I thought that was kind of funny. Somebody says, "Am I into BDSM?" Yeah, buying dumb stuff for myself, except they didn't say stuff. And I pulled out the Justifier out of a Lego bag, basically that I got for the Cad Bane figure. So what I might try to do, now that I think about it, is get the parts for the Justifier Microfighter, now that I've got the figure, which means later this week I will probably build, or start building the Justifier, like on stream, I guess. And then I'll have it ready for, or have the figure ready for Brick Rodeo. I'm going to do something real quick. I wish this would go away. I'm going to reopen the chat. Hang on. No, I don't want a Twitch login. This heart is in the way. I hate TikTok. My whole family I live in is like addicted to TikTok. Well, half of the people here. I watch a lot of it. I try to post. I haven't in a few weeks. Like little time lapses of me building microfighters, but I haven't recently. I need to knuckle down and do a couple. I'm loving the chiptune. I'm loving that chiptune is available for me while I build a video game cabinet. Okay. 3, 3, 3, 6. Couple panels. This guy over here. Red bricks. 2 of these big bricks. 2 of those. Man, a 2x2 or a 2x4 brick should not be that hard to find. It is not here. Did I mess up and put a brick where it shouldn't have been so far? 2, 2, 2. Interesting. Let's get all the way through this and see if we need 2 red bricks. Times 3, okay. Weird. That's a huge, like, thing. Do I need a 6? I think I got a 6 instead, but let's go through the bag and see. So I think I got a 6 instead of a 4, which seems really weird. Yeah, that's really weird. All right, so instead of a 2x4, I got a 2x6, which that's good. That's good to get that piece. Let me go grab a 2x4. This kind of stuff, I wonder if it's worth reporting to Lego. Just saying, you know what, I'm going to take a picture of it. Just in case. And then I can send it to him and say, look, I don't need the replacement part, but you might want to look at your quality assurance a little bit because I got this instead. Because I should have one more that goes up right there. And then I have 4 of these going up here. My family and I love getting together and comparing what TikTok videos we've seen in the past couple weeks, especially when we're all together. We sit on the couch and kind of screencast them to the TV, and we all sit there and laugh, and it's a lot of fun. I think my viewing has gone down a little in the past 6 months. I kind of like watch at night before I go to bed. For Beth will say a very long time, but I think it's only like a half hour. And then I read and go to sleep. But I've noticed a lot of the trends and a lot of the algorithm is now like, it used to be just a lot of videos in a row that I was able to scroll through, and it was comedians and dogs and physics stuff and cosplay for the most part, a lot of LGBTQ stuff. And then, like, in the last week, it's like so much there's so many sponsored videos and there's so many live videos, and I kind of scroll past all of those. Like, I don't want to, unless it's like somebody I'm really interested in and I already follow and I have time to sit there and watch a live stream of theirs, I just scroll past it. Like a friend of mine who does streaming for kind of a living, I'll know when she's going live and I'll kind of watch her stuff. She's usually playing video games or doing karaoke or something, watching a weird show, playing a game. So, but I know her and I know what her channel's like. But it's like video, sponsor, video, couple sponsors, live. And I'm like, I almost don't want to watch a lot of this anymore. So yeah, later this week we'll start on the Justifier. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do a Tuesday one again, but we'll at least get back to the Thursday streams. As far as it goes out. Okay. This goes there. Goes there. Chunks of stuff up there. This is good for these things too. I don't think I have these colors. Well, this color at least, but I have a couple black. So it's nice if you are going to go part this out to get parts. So I use Facebook for me. Tons of ads and stuff friends post like a week ago. Yeah, I have to do the feeds, and then I just have to do by feed. Because if I just scroll through, like, just go home and start scrolling through, it's like stuff from your friends from like last week. And it's like, I don't know if I want to comment on it. It was a week ago. All right. Bag 13. 2 bags of 13. Oh man, look at this. I complain about the stickers. Look at these printed parts. That is awesome. That is so great. Printed, and these aren't like super common slopes either, but I mean, wow. That is super great. These are going to be expensive pieces. I am thoroughly impressed with that. Check your corners. So, Missy, what did you end up getting yesterday at the store? I didn't see what you got. I was kind of not in a rush, but I was like, I got my stuff. I'm out. We only get an hour here. Oh man, that's so nice. I actually wasn't going to get anything, but then one of our lug members, Denise, oh, Mermaid and Spider-Man, nice. I was going to go, and I thought maybe I'd get the parrot because it was like $20 or whatever. I was like, I'll get a $20, $30 set. I'm not really here for that. I was just going to bring stuff and run a raffle and make sure everybody's here who says they're supposed to be here. Bringing Christian his mock back. And hang out with people, you know. I thought maybe I could use some of my points, but I only have like $20 worth of points right now. But then Denise messaged me the day before and was like, I will buy 2 of those architecture sets off you. She wanted 3, but I'd already sold 1. And so I was like, sweet. So I got the Justifier. I was like, that worked out kind of nice. Botanical Friend set, 100-year mosaic, and 2 CMF figures. Wow, you got some stuff. I do want that Botanical Friend set. Man, the Friend sets look so great lately. Like, I don't really even want more Star Wars anymore. I just kind of want Friends, and when the Dream sets come out in August, or are they already out online? I'm gonna get some of those too, because those look fun. Good for parts too. Like, I don't see me keeping them together. Like, the Friends stuff and the Dream stuff is not really what I would call display things, but definitely fun to build one and then tear it down for some really cool pieces. There's a lot of those macaroni's pieces, the big tubes. That'll be fun to get. Some windows, some doors that are neat. I think these are silver. These are like great. I love these long, these 2x10 specifically. 1x12. I didn't really see anything on the wall that I wanted. I'm trying to think in terms of like, what am I currently building where I need these pieces, or that I need replacements for pieces I'm running low on. I was trying to think of like landscaping stuff for when I start doing the Horizon Zero Dawn landscape, and I just like none of that. Like, I think the nougat round wedge plates, I probably could have used a few of those, but not many. So I kind of like held off on that a little bit. I'm just hoping for some more like landscape stuff. Some like gray slopes for rocks. Gray and brown slopes. There were some brown slopes there. Or no, they weren't. They were dark red. So I probably couldn't have used too many of those. And these aren't, I mean, these are cool pieces, but I have a bag of these. I was going to use these for a backdrop for a build that I was working on the other day. Decided against it. The pick-a-brick wall hasn't changed in a little bit too. I'm wondering if they were just too worried about sets coming in. And these tiles look like instantly worn. I don't know what it is about those tiles that look like they're instantly like scuffed. Like the 2x6s above them are nice, shiny, once you get the fingerprints off them. These guys always looked so scuffed. And I've noticed there's another tile there with like a bunch of streaks in it. Right there. Crazy. Let's see. There's 2 steps here, don't go crazy. Well, no one ever needs this stuff on the wall, but everyone always goes, and like Brad had most of his cup full of like 1x1, those like light blue dots. Like, what are you gonna make that you need a million 1x1 dots? But whatever he's building, he needs that for. And I don't honestly see Brad at a lot of meetings, so I don't know what he might be building. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So there's a heart. There's a reaction button on here on my chat in OBS, and it just has a circle with a heart by it, and then when you hover over it, it's got like a couple other things you can react to. It pops up, but it's just at the end of it, so it looks like everybody says, I got a bunch of them heart. Most of the stuff in the wall didn't need heart. Like, everybody loves their own posts. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not what. Never mind. Just me. Oh, la 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 la. So let's see. What else is going on? I don't think there's any new Star Wars news. I think the Outlaws game is still making a bit of a splash. Trying to think of what else may be going on. We've had some world news. We had that day-long almost insurrection by the Russian military ministry person. It's like a private army contractor was like, we're gonna march on Moscow, and then Putin says don't, and they went, yeah, you're right, we shouldn't, and then they stopped. And I'm like, man, I texted a friend, I'm like, political insurrections ain't what they used to be. Trying to think of what else is going on. Is anybody going to go see Asteroid City? New Wes Anderson joint? I am not a Wes Anderson fan, so I will not, but the story idea seems intriguing. So if you go, let me know how it goes. There was a lady at the Lego store yesterday who's a member of our group, but they're relatively new. They've only been to like maybe just 6 months of meetings. They've been to like 4 or 5 since the beginning of the year, so they've been regular. They're just newish, and we were sitting there talking, and I was mentioning why I had bought that Star Wars set. I was like, yeah, I mainly got it for like one figure. I'll put the set together, I'll have fun, I'll get some pieces. It's way overpriced, but I kind of got it for free-ish. And then I was like, but now I get a chance to go back and make the Micro Fighter version of this, and now I have the figure, so I might go home and get all the parts for that. And she's like, oh, I saw that one, the red one that you just posted on Instagram. And I'm like, I barely know who you are, and you're already like, yeah, that one you posted on Instagram? I'm like, or maybe it wasn't Instagram, I think it was in the Discord, so that makes more sense. But I'm like, no. But thanks for, you know, that was awesome that they thought that was it. I was like, and then I almost got into like a huge, that was a Legends ship. It's from a comic book or a game or something like that. But I didn't want to like really get into it in the middle of the store. Are these supposed to line up? Okay. Let's go this way instead. Wow, this is not... Okay, so this is not going on really easily. Just a word of warning, if you ever build this. and it's supposed to go down on all those guys in there too. So this is something I ran into a lot building buildings, is like you're building these frames on the outside, right? And then you try to cover it with like just a plate on the top, and it so rarely lines up. Especially the taller that gets, the more unstable it is. So be careful when you put that on. It still works. It still, you know, it's a little finicky. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. Oh, this is so pretty. Well, we're ripping right through this. This is 2 bags in 40 minutes. So we're going to have to think of something else to do the last hour. I might skip back over to doing the just in there like that. The trampler design, I want to get some of that done. Because I feel pressure now to get that done. Still haven't been like re-tagged or anything on my other posts to Gorilla. I'd be like, man, I've done like a lot of these so far and you haven't shown any of them off in your community spotlight or anything. Oh well, I guess they're waiting for me to get them all done. That's it, right? Alright, so last bag. We've already got a minifigure. Last bag plus all of these guys, which haven't even used any of these yet. You can already see we've got a minifigure in here. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this together. I don't think they're going to need an air tank or anything. I don't know what else they're going to be holding, but I'm already going to put it together. And she's got a Pac-Man coat and shirt. That's pretty great. Nothing really on the back there, but nice hair mold. I like that hair mold. The only thing I don't like about these hair molds is you can't turn their heads. So... and there's a thing here. It's a nice fishbowl helmet piece. It is a cool torso. I would, that'd be a cool one to have as a sig fig if you were like really into video games. Oh, that reminds me. I need to get sig fig. Where did my sig fig go? Oh crap. Now I forgot where I put my sig fig. I put it in something. I think I had it like representing me somewhere. It's usually sitting up here. So that's, I think that's you, Missy. And I think that's Michaela. And then that's one that I won in a contest. I don't know where me is. I don't know. Floating around here somewhere. I need to get more of those pieces so I can get more of me for, I don't know how this goes. Oh, like that. Okay. For like the figure and parts exchange or whatever that they're going to do at the convention. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get a bunch before then, but maybe I get a couple. Yeah, you can see how kind of distressed it is already. You can see the tubes underneath. It's not awesome. I should go get some older ones and see if it looks better than that. Like underneath it looks great. Like that's very solid, but on the top it's like, it's thin. It's thinner than it usually is, or something. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I put mine in a model that we did recently, and then I just forgot to dig it back out, or what. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. At one point, I had Christina up at the place that she used to run, her Lego place. What the heck is going on here? That's off too. I can't count. That's better. So now we're going to be building this thing in the back. The cover, and then there's going to be a little video game console, something, arcade bit back there. So last night we went from Hop Squad over to the stadium, and my oldest got to march at the front of the band that plays for the supporter group is called La Murga, and every once in a while they will march from their like supporter group pub headquarters, which is called Hop Squad. This is a brewery down near the stadium. They will march from the that brewery down to, it's like down Breaker, I don't know, half a mile maybe, down to the stadium, and they have, you know, a banner in the front, and they like waving flags and lighting up a bunch of the smoke sticks, flares. They're not smoke bombs, but the flares that shoot green smoke out. So Rowan got to like be in the front holding one of the banners, and it was because it's Pride Day. There was a banner, I think it said "Y'all means all," and pride flags all over the place. It was super cool. Very proud of them. And I think they 100% got to join Los Verdes. Their mom signed them up for it. Like, well, you're in it now. Have fun never getting any sleep and doing nothing but this for the next couple of years of your life. There's also a group that started called the Merit Badge Committee. And I like joined it for a hot second, but I think I'm going to have to back out because I'm already doing the lug and now coordinating for next year's Brick Rodeo. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of time. I don't know what I was thinking by joining this. And I'm already doing, you know, all the events for Los Verdes anyway. So I'm like, I'm going to have to take a break. So it wasn't like the big banner. It's, I don't know if they've got So I can find it. There may be a La Murga in here. La Murga. La Murga ATX. They may have had a picture of it. So that's the banner that they were going to... can't really see that. Yeah, this is the banner that they take on the march. Roan is not in here, though. I recognize some of these people, but I don't think they've got the one from... Yeah, this is last night. This is what the supporter section looks like when we score. I mean, it goes crazy. I know a few of these people. So yeah. Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah, it was very cool. I was very excited for him. I ran up and got a picture and everything and a video of them marching and I'm like, eee. It's weird. They're an adult now, and I'm like, I don't like that. I remember when you were in Kickstart and you were a little thing. You were doing fan form in Kickstart. Now you're a grown-ass person. I might have to go take a nap after this. I am a little tired. Man, I haven't seen these two pieces in a while. The ball and socket on the 1x4 plate. It's been a hot second since I've seen those. It's like old school video games bringing back the old school pieces. Uh-oh, okay. That's a cool way to attach stuff. I'm gonna pull that off and show you again. So we got these like 1x1 or plates with the bars on them in there, and then we've got those 1x5 plates with the holes in them. That's a nice way to like attach stuff that's flush. It's pretty cool. I keep digging these parts out when I'm looking for. I need a lot of these for my Horizon builds. So every time I'm looking for these, I find these because I've got some of these in the storage in my stash, and I hardly ever use them for anything. That's missing something. Oh. I found my missing piece. It's right here. This is supposed to be a 6. Yikes. I wonder if I can easily open this. I don't think so. This is going to take some surgery. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. That should come off pretty easily. Wow, that was a long time ago. Okay, cool. Well, I have an extra. We'll put that one back now. I don't think that was part of this, but I guess it was. That's very nice and clean back there, and you got a little handle to pull it open. And it won't stay, but it closes pretty nicely. And it kind of stays in there pretty well, so if you're looking to move it, that's pretty good. All right. This is a piece I don't see a whole lot of. I don't know what that is. It's like a ball with a little... It's round. I've seen like that kind of a connection, but it's very round. Ooh, nice silver. These are technically lift arms. They're not connectors. They're just 1x1 lift arms. Because I was trying to find them under connectors the other day and I couldn't. It's gonna be your joystick, isn't it? Yep. Okay, I've never seen these pieces before. So this, and they connect. So this is going to be your joystick. And it's got a little give to it. It's got some rubber gaskets and a cross in there. So it moves around a little bit, but always comes back to the center. That's pretty cool. And it looks like it's got that plastic, like, hose, collapsible gasket thing on top. Hold it up there for you. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see what's next. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So now it's got a 1 or 2 player button in there, but the 2 player makes the coin slot glow. This doesn't do anything, it just sits. That's still pretty cool. And then you put this guy on top like that, and you're good. So this page says Mr. Iwatani is a big fan of pinball, and the graphic design of the original arcade version of Pac-Man was inspired by game boards and slot machines. So there you go. And now we're doing the insert in the back. Oh, my kingdom for these dark blue 1x1 plates or tiles. I use so many of these apparently that I'm constantly ordering them. That was the thing about the pick-a-brick wall. I really wanted it to be, oh, I've run out of this piece a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and stock up. Wasn't even really any of that. Oh, this hangnail is driving me crazy. I dug the crap out of this hangnail, and now it's like, it's not infected, but it's like angry. Because I can't stop like digging at hangnails ever. Good colors on these pieces here. I don't know if they're new for this set, but some good like turquoise, and then like, I don't know what that color is, just like, it's like Maersk blue or something. So that's pretty cool. Doing a nice 80s carpet here by the looks of it. Yeah, very nice colors so far. Yeah, if I saw a pick-a-brick with a lot of these in it, I would have grabbed a ton of those. For sure. For sure, and 7 years ago. We set forth on this nation. I don't know how that speech goes. You know how the Bill and Ted's ones go. 407 minutes ago. Yeah, for sure. I would too. I mean, I would take a full cup of dark blue tiles. Any of those tiles, I would take a cup full of. I want a cup full of these tiles. They're like regular blue with the black kind of stencil on them. Good stuff. Oh, and we got more of these Speed Champion pieces. These the 1x1 with the round back. They're like 2 high plates. Those are like magical unicorn pieces. So these don't have, like, I forget sometimes that these don't have to show up on your pick-a-brick wall to be able to get them. You can, like, you can order them on Bricks and Pieces as long as they are in a set. Like, at least I think. I don't know how that works. I've never really... The only thing I order from Bricks and Pieces are replacement for broken things. Sorry, some friends are texting me. They're like, are you free? I'm like, Sunday at 10, every Sunday for the past 5 years. Alright, that's pretty cool. I don't know how this is supposed to go. I'm gonna go on this thing. That's pretty good. It's not perfectly straight, but that's fine. So do you think a lot of these pieces will be in there since it's new? Is it newer pieces? Would we be able to get a lot of these? Like, not the big slopes with the prints, obviously, but like some of these tiles or some of these tiles. I'm wondering if you can get some of these. And I don't know if it's any cheaper to order from Bricklink or Bricks and Pieces half the time. Building us a little Pac-Man cabinet. $50-50? Okay, fair enough. Still, like everything else, got to do like some comparison shopping, see which one's better. Even on Bricklink, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I could get this piece cheaper from just another store. I don't know why it keeps sending me to these stores. Dang it. Man. Where this sticker was just like, this is where I live now. Bam. No, hang on. Wait a second. Okay, well that's legitimately disappointing. I can see these not being available at all, period, but oh man, I did that one upside down. Oh wait. So I wonder if they got this design. So this is a. I think this is I'll have to scroll back up. Where are we? Almost done. Does this have information on the designer of the actual set? Yeah, I don't see your sustainable packaging anywhere. This is the designer of Pac-Man. Designer of Pac-Man. Lego Icons model designer. Okay, so does that mean he works for Lego and made this set, or was this an idea set that got turned into a an icon set? I'd be interested to know, because there's a lot of people who make these small cabinet video games, and I'm wondering if like the ideas or the designs for it were picked up by like another designer. Like if they co-opted the design from something that's already out there, or if they came up with it themselves, or I've just seen a lot of these out there. Last sticker. This is going to make me want to go look up emulated old Atari games and stuff. Or Nintendo games. Very solid video game construction cabinet. Very cool looking. Big old fat joystick in the middle. That's super pleasing. I mean, there are stickers on there, but it's still nice. And way out of focus. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's not focusing, but there we go. So that's pretty cute looking. And this goes here. And then there's your figure. And they've got a quarter that they're going to put in the game. That's what they're holding. It actually says 5 cents on it. That tile. Oh, come on, focus. Yeah, 5 cents. So it's apparently only 5 cents to play this game. And then there's a steering wheel and a thing. Oh, a chair. Okay, it becomes a chair. I'm like, what? I don't know what this other thing is. It's a bar stool. Oh, it's a base for something. I'm like, what is going on? Oh, this is so frustrating. Getting a 1x1 in the back of these headlight bricks. I'm like, come on. Solution. There we go. I don't know why that works better, but it does. That's shiny. That should be shiny. Another one up in the front. Cool, we got a glass head, so we can hold on to this glass ball. I didn't realize that you needed a glass head, a clear, trans-clear head, to use that. This is a gumball machine, I'm guessing. Okay, and then some kind of... This is where you get quarters. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a quarter machine. Oh no, trash can. Neat, a little trash can. Boop. All right, so we're done with that. Those are extra pieces, some cool extra pieces there. The printed 5, oh, you can't see that. The printed 5-cent tile, the silver connector, blue plate, bar thing. Metallic 1x1, and then there's your little diorama person going to play the video game next to, you know, a gumball and a seat and trash can. So now you can put it in here. Like a so. So that's pretty cool. Just sits in there like that. And it's easy to get out because it's on just a couple jumpers. So for display purposes, I might leave that out. But that's a cool mechanism to get it hidden in there if you need to move it. And you got your top here, and this comes off too, really easily. There's no studs in here. It just sits on inverted plates with tiles. So that's really cool. Sits like that. Be careful when you move it. It'll fall off if you make it like not upright. And again, the mechanics of it make your Pac-Man go around in a circle. And then there's that one ghost. Now, obviously, they couldn't make it to where the ghosts stay perfectly upright as you go everywhere, but I still think overall, that's a great mechanic thing to have it move around like that. Trying to see if there's a dot missing anywhere, but I don't think so. But you've got an extra dot if you wanted to put an extra dot in there. I think you could probably put one right there. A lot of extra pieces in this set. The best part being these extra printed... You get a full set of extra printed ghosts and a cherry. If you wanted. Ghost Pac-Man. So you got one of each of the ghosts, a cherry, and the Pac-Man thing. So that's cool. The rest of these are just regular average parts. No big deal. Your 5-cent coin. So yeah, so that's cool. Let's see. So there you go. Very nice set indeed. I'm going to put it all together so I can move it. So So this guy goes up top. And again, this guy switches. Little button in the back here. He switches. You can probably do it while it's being held up here. So you can just hold it up there and switch it on the top. And it doesn't move at all. It's pretty secure in there side to side. So very cool. Like, I'm super impressed with this set in terms of it's, again, smaller than I thought it might be, but it's still a very solid build. Some fun techniques. I'm glad I got it. And I can't wait to put it on the shelf over there and show it off. And it'll look really good next to the TV and the Nintendo and the Atari. I'm going to have to find a different place for my DeLorean, though. Because now I have just like a video game shelf. I'll probably end up moving the Star Wars sets a little bit. But super fun. All right. Now that that's done, I'm going to put this over here. And feel free to bail at this point because I'm going to move to doing some design work, which means I'm going to turn these lights off. You don't need to see my table. Oh, it helps my eyes so much. So let's go work on the trampler for a little bit. What do you say? What do you say? So that was fun. Don't need this anymore. I don't think there's anything else in here, really. Just talks about your light. Oh, if you wanted to replace the light after a while. I've never known anybody that puts a new battery in one of these light things. You probably could. I don't know if it'd be cheaper to just buy more lights off of Bricklink than it would to get the parts. I also just realized that you didn't see any of that. Sorry, I just showed off the whole set again without anybody actually looking at it. Anyway. Let's see, design. So we don't need that anymore, but we do need trampler. Change this. And I'm going to change this to horizon. Is there a horizon? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll start up studio. So that was a fun set to build. I'm glad I was able to do that. I know I wanted to hold off on it till the 72-hour stream, but it was fun to do. So when we last left our character, we were doing this big old sack underneath it. And I think that's a good place to leave it. I don't think I need any more pieces for this. Okay. That's a very small picture. I think it's coming along okay. I think the legs are a bit spindly, so I may try to bulk those up a little bit. Maybe. Like these lower legs, but I don't know. We'll see. So I need to be large so we can get a good look at everything. This is probably our best bet at looking at what happens next, which is this latter half. And this, there's no image of like the trampler from the back. So I may have to go into the game and see if I can find what it looks like from behind. Because I have no idea what any of this looks like. I can extrapolate a little bit, but there's not a whole lot. Like, this is a little better at like the kind of a side view. I mean, we get a good look at like the rear legs, but like not how it's attached. There's a bit of a side section here that's not bad. It looks like it's a bit spindly, so we can kind of fill in this area with wires and whatnot. Yeah. This is going to be the absolute top of the where the thing moves, though, so this is not going to be covered all that much. In fact, the legs are probably going to join down here somewhere. And how do they join with these? Let's just go ahead and put those on. Maybe farther up. This is going to be problematic because this big old sack looked like it was as pokey-outy as like the majority of the body, but we may need to make that a little smaller so the legs can move. And I think those legs are going to be too high up. So let's go ahead and lower these. Just put a big old brick in there. We're not doing lug bulk, we're doing main. Let's not do that. Let's do this and actually, yeah, let's move them farther back. Yeah, this big old sack thing may be a little big. We could probably trim it up a little bit. If it gets to be unwieldy with the legs, then yeah. Find compatible brick. Yeah, see? A lot of these pieces in here. And then these are that color. And since we're done doing Pac-Man, let's get some different music. Let's do some folk music. See how that turns out. That's pretty good. So I think I'm going to do the same thing with this, where these are rotated to start. And then we're going to build these big old triangles off of that. And that includes having, let's see, one joint here, one, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll want hooves down here again. So this will have to be down here. What is that doing all the way over here? Probably lined up pretty good under there. So under on TikTok right now, there's a lot of videos going around about the path of the upcoming eclipse. And it's going right over Austin. So much so that we were planning on going to Kerrville to watch it and spend the day out in Kerrville. I'd never been, and Beth's been a bunch of times for the Kerrville Folk Festival. And she's like, it's a nice little town, whatever. I was like, we should go make a day of it and go watch the eclipse. And so we're thinking about doing that. And then it turns out I think it's coming right over Austin. I mean, we'll be on the edge of it, but I think the totality of it will hit Austin. Okay. So, let's do one of these guys. That. And then have one of these guys. Colors do these come in? Black. And then there's the other ones like this that I think are in dark gray. So this can be bigger. That first knee goes down to almost the big sack thing. So let's lower all that. And maybe put plates. There. Like that. And then that. It's the gist of it. And now we start filling it out. So this joint is pretty much up in the front. And then there's a big wedge section coming off it in the back. That looks like it's got some... I got an idea. We'll do inverted slope. To start, and that will make dark gray, and this will make white, maybe? Let's lower this one a little. And let's straighten that one out. So they're roughly on the same plane there. And then I can put a bracket. And a modified tile. And that color, that can be white. And we'll put an orange thing up in there. And a 1x1 dark. That's good. And in the front of the leg, looks like it sticks out a little bit. So we'll cover No, that's good. Let's do a bracket that's one of these. Which ones are the newer ones? Those are the newer ones. They have rounded corners on them. And we'll do those. And then another one in gray. Let's see. That looks like a... I can't really tell what that is. It's just a piece that sticks out. Okay. So maybe... That was a cute song. Let's do a panel. Not that one. That one. Is that white or gray? It's white. And then I'll do this in dark gray. I'm gonna disconnect a couple things. I lost All right. I dropped connection for a second, and I'm dropping a ton of frames right now. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I'm going to run a speed test real quick. So we'll see what happens. I'm not getting a connection, a good connection, so that's great. Yeah, this isn't good. It should at least come up with the home screen. We've had a lot of problems with Optimum lately. It used to be Suddenlink, and now it's just terrible. So I've got a good connection to the ISP, but for whatever reason... So the drop frame rate is going down, but it says I dropped about 5,000 frames. So I don't know what happened. Bad network connection for a hot second. I apologize if you're rejoining. Let's check YouTube. Just to see if it created a new session or if it's still going. It says it's still going. No, I saw like suddenly, and I don't know if it was because I have, and this doesn't explain it, but I had Studio going at the same time. I just think it was an ISP issue. So let's pull these back up. There's another pretty good look at that leg. I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. I dropped 5,000 frames. Luckily, OBS was able to reconnect to the stream, so that was good. Don't know what happened. Let's put a modified brick. Tile, slope. I need a slope. And then they have one of those. Is it a brick? 1 by 1 by 2/3. So they do have it in here. It's a modified brick. They also have these awesome things in here, so I'll keep that in mind. I think that's a bit showy. I think we would just do a tile or something. Let's just do another one of these. And then a tile here. Needs to be white. I think that still needs to be bulkier. Let's try brick modified. It's pretty good. Let's do plate modified brackets. That's going to be a down. So we can make this a bit bulkier. That color. And we'll just do tile. Let's do a plate round with a hole in it. Why is that doing that? Let's just make that orange. Just cause. Visually appealing. Alright, that's pretty good. I like that leg. This whole section needs to be a little bigger. I wish that was a little bigger, but because it needs to be about the same length as that. But for now, let's just call this good. And copy mirror. I didn't realize I was getting country when I picked folk. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. So I need to fill out underneath here a little bit. And then again, I have no idea what the back end looks like. I don't know if it's got a tail. I think that antenna could be longer, but... And I can't put a tile in there that's too close to the thing. If I did a tile there. It would collide. It's not going to say it's going to collide because my collision's off. That's awesome. Okay. All right, no collisions, no collisions. Moving forward. Save. All right, so first things first, we got to... can't tell anything about underneath this thing at all. Now that I look at it, this may be a bit big. Like these are not, these are good like live. I'm trying to think in terms of like the actual animal. And it's just a matter of like trimming up the joint. So I might be able to use this joint again. But this joint, first of all, is super weak. Because it's these two things next to each other, and they're gonna do this, as well as have the balls on either side, the toe balls, to like be hinges for other things, but they've also got that rotational bit in the middle, and that's not strong, and that's just one stud, and I don't know what the clutch power of any of this is, so don't know if that's a good solution or not. Still, it looks good, and I kind of think that's really all I need it to do is look good, because it's just a display thing. But this looks more like a cat or a dog leg in the back. It doesn't look like a straight, like let's look at an actual bison. I don't know why I have cap locks on. So if we were to look at a bison, so this is almost exactly what this is, right? So it's got a joint here, 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 and here. So that's just a little too sticking back. Their legs tend to be a little straighter. Look at a baby bison on noses. Ah. They're pretty cute. And I don't know if a trampler is supposed to be a bison. I think it is. Or if it's supposed to be a longhorn or a bull. I don't think it's supposed to be a bull, but even that, you can see how straight the legs are. And if you ever see them walk, they're very stiff. Like when they run, they collapse a little bit, but when they walk, they're very... I think it's supposed to be a bison. I think that's more accurate because the head's lower and bigger. So we can work on that a little bit. This will still need to be attached. So I think I might put a modified plate, 2x3 modified plate. too big for in here? Oh, that'll fit. It's just wedged in there, but no, that's too much. I know, right? The babies, they're so cute. I want to kind of differentiate all this, so let's do some big old brackets right here. And we'll make those black, because I think they come in black very inexpensively. And then under here, we will put a 2x2 plate, or 2x4 plate. Hold it all together. All right. And then I don't know what to do about this back end. Little robot butt. I don't know. But then in here, we can do some, like, God, I wish there was another, like, side view that was better. This one's not too bad, but the leg's covering it up. And that's not really a good view. Although, is there anything in that video? Oh, Trampler sounds. This is from the game. Yeah, you can't tell what's back here. Oh, and I got those mixed up. That should be... This should be gray. Actually, you know what? Nah, that's fine. Might be able to do... Let's make that black. Let's make this black. Let's put a slope in here. That black. Just get a couple of these. That's pretty good. There's not really anything. I mean, I like having the joint back there to make the body move a little bit, but there's so little you can do to cover it up and still have that functionality. So do my best, but like we can put another bracket on the downside here. And that should line up pretty good with that. And then if we wanted, we can put stuff that kind of comes out here that doesn't bump into it too much, like like these guys. Oh man, really? I thought those fit better. Isn't that the point? Yeah, I thought that was the point of these. Alright, let me do the math on this real quick. So let's do a brick. And then what we've got up here is just 2 bricks. So I don't think it's a plate though. Upward facing, and then a plate, and then another plate, or a tile. All right, so in order to translate that, that becomes Oh, well, I can't do anything there. So, but let's see what we can do without those. Because that's a whole brick, because that's the joint. That's a whole brick, because that's part of the body. Unless I were to make this 2 plates. And then raise this whole thing up. Oh, I've forgotten, left something out. No, that still won't even work. Damn it. Nope. That'll work. Sort of defeats the purpose of having that there, but that's not bad. Alright, so let's get rid of that piece and all this math. No, just get rid of it. So this will need to be... something in there, maybe a rail? Can we put a rail in there? Let's stick too far out. I'll keep it from moving. Kind of keep it from moving a little bit. Okay, so ink. Let's just, it's gonna be covered up anyway. Let's put, you know what? Let's put a round plate in there. Oh, those 1x3 round plates have made it into Studio. That's pretty cool for future reference. You seem to be adding pieces really quickly lately. Let's make that orange because I like having more orange in here. And you can kind of see the orange from there, so that's pretty cool. Alright, and then black there. And the whole reason I'm doing this is so that I can have some ways to cover this section up with greebly stuff. And did I keep the tile? Yes. So I'm going to keep this tile to put here. And there. And do dark brown. And then I want one of these guys in orange. To be like wiring or whatever. And then, not that orange, another orange. What do I have around here that's like really light orange? Bright light orange. Okay. And then I think just a, oh, you know what'd be a cool piece right here? A curved tile. This piece. Oh, it only comes in, well, black is pretty cool. Let's put black piece right there. That's cool. Copy those two. Yeah, they used to be not as quick with the new parts, so it's good to see that they are able to do that. Man, there's not a lot to that back end, is there? That kind of drops off. I mean, I guess that's fine, because then I can not worry about it, but it just seems like there would be more to that. Do I have 2 pages open? I do. I don't need this whole thing at all. Anyway, I think it reopened when everything was shut down. Yeah, there's not a lot back there. It looks like it's got a little bit of covering, like tile covering. Can't really see. This one's pretty good. Oh, that's really good if we can zoom in on that one spot. So, yeah, it looks like we've got a little bit of, I'm just going to call it, why don't we do brick modified. And then yeah, I don't know at this point, just kind of making stuff up as I go. Modified tiles. Let's look at modified tiles just to see what fun stuff might be in there. That's pretty cool. I'll just leave that. Curve slope. No idea what's going on back here, so let's do another one of these guys in black and just call it a day. Let's put something under here. Inverted slope. Curve slope, but inverted. And dark gray. Sure, why not? That seems good, right? It's noon. Let's save it and just kind of be cool with it. I am going to go back and address these legs a little bit. I don't know that it's a little like, I mean, it looks pretty similar to that. Like in terms of the belly and the placement of stuff. I wish this hung a little bit. But oh, this does have a little bit of like, it's a straight back thing. Maybe I could extend that a little bit. See, I think this is also not 100% done. This was like a model that was like, this is kind of close to where it ended up being, but it's not what it actually ended up being. And it's hard to tell. This is actually a pretty good picture here. Do I not have that one already? This is with its horns open. But this one's got its horn, or closed. That one's got its horns open and it's digging through the ground. And it's got a pretty good shot of its back. So I think what happens is like this is going to be flat across the back. And I feel like it's not as high as this. So I may take some of that down and extend it back a little bit. That might work. But again, I'm going to go fix these legs and try to figure out another solution for this. But it's close. It's pretty close to done. So, okay, folks. And by folks, I mean Missy. Thanks for hanging out. Need to go recruit more viewers. Get you some company to chat with while we're doing this. It's pretty lonely for the two of us in here. I don't know why I left that. That seems like it needs something. Anyway. Cool. Well, have a good rest of your Sunday. I may or may not be on Tuesday again to do this, but at the very least Thursday. And if we don't do this on Thursday, I do have this guy to work on. Again, might build the Justifier so I can get my my Cad Bane figure out of it. Yeah, so you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.